Alright guys, today's quick and dirty with the cheese man. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a complicated one too. So please keep that in mind guys and bear with me because this topic is probably going to be a very long one. And I'm probably not going to cover everything because it's such a broad topic. And if you guys, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you guys have questions, let me know. Because this is probably going to be one of those topics that's going to be really out there because there's so much to talk about. But today's topic will be Operation Sirens. Now, the TLDR of Operation Siren is basically a new game mode for you to upgrade new types of gear that you can get from Gear Labs. All these types of variations in gear and whatnot, you can get them from upgrades at Operation Sirens. It's also one of the primary places to get gold plates as of right now, the other being like the guild shop. But this is one of the best ways to get gold plates is from Operation Sirens. Now, outside of that, it is a game mode that's challenging to new players. It's fun content for some end game players as well. It's a giant feature altogether. So that being said, I'm gonna try to break this down as much as possible for you guys so it doesn't complicate too much. Now, when you first start Operation Sirens, you're gonna have to do the storyline. It takes about 8 to 10 hours or so if you're very fast. If you're like taking your time with it, probably 8 to 10 hours. If you're speedrunning it, probably like 6 to 8 hours or so. If you're a new player though, I can definitely see like 10 hours for storyline. There are 4 chapters. It's going to take a while, but once you get through all that, you're basically good to go on Operation Sirens. Now, one of the big things you should do on Operation Sirens is to do your daily Ashes coordinate. Now, Ashes coordinates, when you get 100 of these, you can spawn Herumeta. And when you spawn Herumeta, I'll do a test one right now for you guys real quick. But basically, what you do is, if I can find I'm go over here. When you go to a map, like any map for example, you do something like this. Well, I'm debuffed right now, 1 second. So when you pick up these nodes, you get Ashes coordinate. Right now, the higher level the map is, you get more coordinates. You can get from 10 to 15, 15 being the highest. You get them from picking up these things. Now when you sortie to like these nodes or whatever, you don't get many of them, god knows why, but you don't get any coordinates when you fight mobs. You only get them primarily from like these things right here. So what you do is you have to clear the mobs to clear the map. So for example, I joined a level 6 map. In order to finish this map, I have to loot all these nodes, I have to kill all these mobs, and then I have to pick up these other things as well. So once I'm done here, let me grab my 10 real quick. Now these are cap power prints, by the way. These things you stand right here, this is probably like one of the, I'll talk about this later, but what you do for these is if you have 2 cats or just 1 cat in general, you jump on top of the node, you accept it, and then you go farming and whatnot. Now there's 2 types of animation. I'll talk about it right now actually. There's 2 types of animation when you get the cats. If you see like these little excitement thing from TB right here, it means you get a critical, and probably had to proc it multiple times. And proc it multiple times, you get some very nice loot. So very simple. I have 2 cats on my fleece right here. Just walk on top of the node, hit the let's do it, and then you just do whatever. Now again, I'm gonna show you guys for example right here. I'm gonna go into the sortie. I'm gonna defeat these mobs because I have to clear this map, and then once I'm done with all 3 of these fights, I'll show you guys what's after. So give me 1 second. Alright, so that's that. You guys saw the loot from the cat paw print. You just move around for a bit, and then once that thing triggers on the bottom left, you get your loot. So this map is basically done, but before you leave though, when you clear all these nodes, make sure you press this scan button right here. The scan button tells you if there are any invisible missing nodes or whatever. So for example right here, you see a yellow tile right here. You can see what it is. You click that, a hidden resource node that can be salvaged for supplies. So when you scan that, you see where it is. Just walk on top of it, and you get some extra currency loot for your troubles. Boom. Just like that. Now, with this, 10 coordinates, I hit 100. When you hit 100, you get a pop-up. You can confirm it, or you can go to the map in the top left and you click right here. What this does is when you have 100, you can spawn a Herumeta. When you spawn Herumeta, you can start the battle or send requests, or you can do both actually. What I usually do is I hit Friends, Guild, and World, confirm, and then I go back to farming. I'll pick up afterwards, but you can see it right here. A lot of people are piling in to kill this Herumeta, and even if you don't join the raid, you can still get rewards. That's perfectly fine. Just make sure you host it to everyone in the world, the guild, and your friends, and people should kill it for you, assuming people are catching your raids and whatnot. But this should die by itself, and then you go back to farming. Now you do this twice a day, so that's the first one. Notice that after I hosted my first Herumeta, I'm 1 out of 2 phase, and I'm back at 0 out of 100, right? So that means I gotta do that again. So I can leave this place, and I can go to town, and I can go straight in. Now remember, you can't go back in and spawn a new spawn until you clear the whole map. So I clear the whole map, right? And now this map is brand new once again. New mobs, new nodes, new everything. It is an entirely different node as of right now, right? Now, I told you about that part. Now, there's also different spawns as well. So I'm going to return map, and I'm going to show you guys other maps as well. Now, if you spawn a map, you go in it, you have to burn as AP, right? AP is this little thing right here. It's like stamina, or it's like oil in the game. You get 200 cap, and you can refill it with either oil, action points. You get these from like shops and whatnot, Akashi as well. You get them from rewards from dailies as well. These will fill AP for you to do these kind of runs. Now, just because I open this map and I leave it, and let's say I go to a different map, right? This map will still be available even though you left it. So you don't waste any oil. Until this map is completely done and you cleared it out, it won't reset. So that oil, that AP you spent on this map is completely still there. You don't lose anything. Until you clear that map, you're still good. So with that being said, now these are what you call normal spawns, guys. If you see like a little green board, it means it's safe. That means you've cleared this map out and you got all the rewards from it or whatever. It's not dangerous anymore. Now you notice how these little panels I've secured are a little bit blued, and there's like darker ones. The darker ones mean these are not secured. So when I go in there, these are brand new maps that I haven't done yet. So these happen during reset. All these maps become grayed out. So you have to go through them once again on all these maps and clear them out. For example, I'll show you guys right here. Once I fill my stamina up or my AP up, I'm gonna join, and it's gonna be a new map. How do I know it's a new map? You're gonna see these boss nodes. These boss modes mean you haven't done this map yet. So I haven't done this map yet. These are completely new. And once I'm done with this, I leave. This will be a secured map. It will be one of these blue grayed out maps. So what this means is when a map is secured out, that means there isn't much loot in it, but it's faster for you to like just get stuff done. So like if you were to speed run dailies, the best way to do it is to just join these blue maps, the ones that you secured already, because like, you get a lot of prints from them. But these secured ones though, when you clear it, it's basically for like first time rewards. Like you get some crazy rewards right here. Like click information, you click well, whatever this is. You get some rewards from this when you clear these maps out. So if I were you guys, try to clear out as many maps as you can before reset, because you get some nice rewards. And if you can't, that's perfectly fine as well. But do try to do your best to knock them out and so forth. Also, there's rewards right here that I'll talk about much later. If you want to farm the stars, you can. You get decent loot here, I guess. Like you don't get that much crazy loot, but you get like decent loot here. I'm personally not gonna farm stars though. I don't think it's worth it for me. But if you guys want to farm stars, you can go for it. I'm not too crazy about that kind of stuff though. Now, those are the unsecured maps. There are also these like yellow icons on the map, like you guys see right here, like a yellow one right here, yellow one right here. What these means are Siren corrosions. Now how you spawn these things is if I go to inventory right here, I'll have map coordinates, right? These map coordinates are basically what spawns on the map. So for example, I'm gonna click this one, right? When we click view, it's right here. Now watch this. This is a map coordinate, right? We go to that same spot. It's right here. Well, this is not it. It's this one right here. That's that same corner I just looked at, and it's kind of purpled out, right? Meaning if I were to join this one, it's going to be a Siren corroded map. And these kind of maps are a little bit different because there's fog of war. You can't see anything here. And how these maps work, if you have corrosion level, is what I recommend doing is do a recon scan. Recon scan, you just hit the button right here on the little radar scan or whatever. Click that and click request recon, and you'll see the whole map. Now, how you clear these maps is very, very simple. You have to knock out these little red spots or whatever. So I'm going to walk over here. Well, first of all, there's two right here, right? It's an easy map. I can't get to this one at all. There's no possible way for me to get to this one until I knock out this weather node. So if you see like these little yellow spots covered with like ice, tornadoes, clouds, you can't physically get to them. How you get to them is you gotta knock out these little weather nodes. So go to them, destroy device, and watch this. Boom. It's cleared out. You get some adaptability, which I'll talk about later. And now you can physically get to these. So once again, I'm gonna speed this up for you 1 second. Also, you gotta make sure you do this fast, because if you don't do this fast, this map will keep spawning endless amounts of sirens. So end it as soon as possible. Anyways, be right back. So that's the second one done. So with the second one being done, watch this. Your entire map is cleared out. Scan complete. All Siren rally points have been destroyed. What this means is now you spawn a blue portal, and now you can leave. Usually these kind of corrosions, you do them because they give 1 gold plate. Yeah, it's not a lot, but 1 gold plate. You do them for those, or the purple currency as well, which I'll talk about later. So again, once you're done with this this map corner or whatever, make sure you get all your loot. And if you guys don't know where loot are, there's a mini map right here. The red icons are enemies with the battleship things, and the green icon are the loot. So make sure you grab all those. The blue is also cat paw prints, so make sure you grab all of them. And once you're done with all of them, they also stop spawning as well, so you don't have to worry about anything like spectacular. Also, there's traps as well, which I hate, but it happens. And I can't move right now. Nice. So grab that. And I'm going to swap to my other fleet because I am boxed in, because thank you, game. When you grab all your loot, you're basically done with the map. There's no reason for you to do this map anymore. You're basically good to go. So hit the scan once again. Everything is fine. There's no more hidden nodes. So you are free to leave. You don't have to fight all these mobs. It's very, very optional. You gain nothing from them. So I advise, don't do it. Once you kill those 2 rally points, the 2 red spawns, you're good to go. Just leave. No need to worry about it at all. So do that. Leave the zone. Wait a bit as your game probably lags, and you're good to go. So I didn't explain this before, but how you leave a map if they don't have any of those blue portals is simply. Why am I over here? Oh, I'll join that later though. You just click outside the map. So anywhere outside, you just click off the map, and you're good to go. Right. And that is a map coordinate logger. So you get them from shops. You get them from clearing like these unsecured maps. That's how you get these little icon maps, like these map corrosions with the yellow icon, the purple stuff. You get them from shops, and you get them from clearing unsecured maps like these right here, the red ones. Now, there are also 2 more other maps that that can occur on this game mode. Well, 3. The green ones are dailies. You just grab them from the towns or whatever. When you see like the red exclamation point, you just grab them from towns. I'll talk about them later. There are 2 more other maps. The first one being Siren Strongholds. These are these red whirlpools on the map. They are very, very difficult, especially for new players. So be very, very careful when you join these guys. I advise, if you're not at least 200 or 250 adaptability, which I'll explain later, don't bother doing these. But these respawn once a week, and you can hold up to 3 max, I believe. So when you're ready, let's join them. They give a lot of purple currency, and they give a lot of plates as well. So that's how you do that. And the other one is a Siren Abyss Logger. This is basically a single Siren boss that you have to fight. Different levels. Level 4 being 112, level 5 being 120, and level 6 being 128. That's what spawns here. I've done these many times before, so you guys can watch those. These give a chance to give some really crazy gear prints. So if you guys can do them, go for it. But if you guys can't, then that's alright as well. So those are the maps explained. Now back to what I was talking about. Let's go into details with if I can find my fleet. Where's my fleet? I don't even know where my fleet is. Locate fleet. You click locate fleet and you can find where it is. Let's go to town and I'll explain to you guys what's that town. So when you're done the story mode, there are a lot of towns right here. Red ones, as of right now, don't do much. They're there for dailies. But the blue ones, you go into them. I'll go into this one specifically. They do some stuff there. I'll explain what's in there. So you go to town. How you go to town is you step on these yellow panels inside this little city or whatever, and you click port in the bottom right. Once you're there are many features. Missions are basically your dailies. You grab accept. And what these do is when you go off the map, click off the screen, you will see some green icons. These are basically dailies now. You go there, you enter and you do your dailies and you get rewards for them, right? Simple. And some towns have them, some don't. You get like 5 every 3 or 4 days, I believe. Now this one has dailies too, but I'm not going to do that as of right now. I'm going to go back to explain to you guys how this works. You go to port. Second tab is resupply. Resupply is basically a shop. When you have currency, you can buy stuff. So there's a fixed amount of limit you can buy. I believe it's like 120 or 150 items in the shop per month. So once you buy that all out, you'll get a message saying you cannot buy anything anymore. So that means you're capped out for the month. So until then, don't worry about not being able to buy these items within a certain time frame you have right here. The real timer you should be worrying about when it comes to buying items is the timer right here. This one. There's 11 days left, meaning you have 11 days to buy out these things in the shop. So be very wary about that. If you can't cap out the items, just buy the important ones. I usually buy the UR stuff, buy the gold stuff as well. But you can do whatever you want. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to buy this. This is not that great, but I'm going to grab it anyways. You buy it with the purple currency, which you get from farming levels. And there's also another currency right here, which I bought the things out of. So there's that. And formation. So this is where you come to heal up your ships. When your ships take fatal damage, like there's like a spinning spinning wrench, morale deficiency. Well, you get that from doing stories. But if there's like a spinning wrench, your ships become unable to use skills. So all their passives, all their skills are irrelevant. You gotta repair that. So you hit repair all, boom. And all your ships are good to go. Simple, right? Now, while we're also here, I'll talk about more of the buttons right here. Fleet deployment is if you're at a port, this resets like every 24 hours or so. You can come here to change up your fleets. For example, I want to change up my boss fleet, my mob fleet, or whatever, or set up for something for like a big raid. Come here to do whatever, and then you can go to go, and then you hit redeploy. Sometimes if you do it within 24 hours, it does cost AP. AP does become hefty after a while, so be careful about that. Regroup and rest basically means all 4 of your fleets right here will automatically get repaired on the spot. So instead of coming to the port, you just go to instead of going to the port and hitting repair all, you just hit the regroup button right here and rest, and you're good to go wherever you are in the game. Like from Siren Stronghold, any of these map right here, you hit that recall button and you're good to go. Now, the issue with this is that it costs 50 AP. To some people, that's very valuable, but if that's not a big issue for you, then go for it and do it. Recon request is the scan I showed you about. And submarine support is when you call them in, they'll help you out. You use these for like big boss fights and whatnot, like Siren Stronghold or the Abyss Siren loggers or whatnot. You can call submarines there and it'll help you out. Simple, right? Alright, anyways, I think that's most of it. There's some more things to talk about. Let me go further into details here. Alright, adaptability. So adaptability, these are your stats of the game mode, Operation Siren. So attack, obviously, makes the enemy do less damage to you. Survivability makes it so the enemies have less HP. And healing one right here just makes it so the sirens don't heal as much or whatever. These are whatever. Now, when you're doing like the harder content, like the level 6 corrosions, like this one right here that I just did, if I can find it, like this stuff right here, level 6. The unsecured ones right here is also level 6. These are pretty scary, like level 114 stuff. Siren Stronghold, level 122 and up stuff, and the Siren Abyss stuff right here. You're gonna be very, very overwhelmed, especially when you have low adaptability. So if you're struggling with those guys, what I suggest you guys do is to farm up adaptability. Adaptability can be farmed in numerous ways. You can buy these little consumables in the shop and pop them open. Now I don't have any as of right now, but if I had any, I'll show you guys. You can get them from like little puzzles or whatever in the game. If I can find a good note, I'll show you how it works. Don't have any right here, but there's some maps in the game right here that will like have a chance to give you some adaptability. It's like puzzles or whatnot. If I can find any, well, there's this thing right here. I believe this is one way to get it, but there's like hidden nodes you can grab to get adaptability, and that's how you do it. So this is one of the ways right here. I do an energy storage right here, installed. Analysis complete, Siren module capability and a trigger, which you would like to approve. So, when for new players or like players in general, I highly recommend the most important two adaptabilities are offense and survivability. Tactics is whatever, because the Siren's healing or whatever is like not that big of an issue. The most important one is offense, adaptability, and survivability. So depending on what kind of player you are, you want to stack up a certain amount. For new players and struggling players, I highly advise stacking up on offense adaptability. Make it so you take less damage in the runs you do. That's my opinion. If you're more of a skilled player, survivability is definitely way better, I'd say, because you're making it so that enemies have less HP, meaning you can kill them faster. Honestly, if you're a new player, offense or survivability is about tied, so you can pick which one you like. I personally like offense for new players, but if you want to go survivability, that's perfectly fine as well. But definitely for more the skilled players and endgame players, survival adaptability is definitely the best one. The tactics, whatever though. So in this case, I am going to pick survival adaptability, and watch this right here. So you pick that, and boom, this goes up by 5. So I was at 182, now it's at 187. Simple, right? So once that is done, this shuts down. This happens in the higher level ones, so you can't do this anymore, and your adaptability goes up. Well, I say for most people, 150 to 200 is perfectly fine for the general content in the game. If you're struggling, get it a little bit higher. But when you get to Siren Strongholds or whatever, and like the Abyss stuff, definitely do consider having at least 200. To some people, they can do it less, more of a skilled players out there. But for the general players out there, I definitely say get at least 200 before you attempt these. A little bit more is better, but after a while, there's a certain cap to it. I'm not sure exactly what the number is for the cap, but around 200 or so is when it starts falling off. So make sure don't go super overboard with it, and you should be able to be good to go. So once you're done with all those, basically you cleared all your nodes, you clear all these maps, you're basically all clear Operation Siren, right? This is assuming you farm this game mode a lot, and you're done with all your loggers, you're done with your dailies, you're done with your Siren Strongholds, and you're done with your Abyss loggers, right? What can you do as of right now? You're basically done with all this, right? So what I recommend a lot of people do is make sure you do your dailies. Obviously, do your dailies, do your 2 hosts of Hurry Meta. Also, if you guys don't know already, you can join other people's Hurry Meta via guild, friends, or whatever. You just go to chat, click one of these things, you click start battle, and you're good to go, right? Simple. You don't have to participate, just do whatever you want, and you get rewards for it. So do those 5, the 2 hosts, and join 3 a day. After that, if you don't know what to spend your AP on, there's multiple things you can do. The first thing to do is you can hunt for stars. If you guys don't know what hunting for stars is, you click explore progression, and basically, depending on what map you do, you just do the things that happens right here, right? It's very easy. So some maps have like perform, recon, whatever, Bob. Basically, it's not that thing. It's this thing right here, or one of these things. I think it's this one right here. And then the other one is like clear 180 battles, right? It takes a while. And you get some loggers from them, you get other stuff from them, which are basically these yellow nose or whatever. That's how you get more of them in this game. If you're capped out on shop and you're done clearing the whole map, right? That's how you get more. Now, I personally don't like doing those because it takes a long time. If you want to be an option, definitely go for it. What I like to do end game, I highly advise if you're an end game player, do this. Is I like to hunt for cat paw prints. Usually level 6, grab these, move around, because cat paw prints have all the best loot from Operation Siren in this thingamabob right here. So how cat paw prints work is the higher level your cats are, the higher chance you have to proc critical stuff right here, like just now hit a critical and just move around for a bit, wait for this bar to fill up. And this happens like maybe 2 or 3 times or so, and you get a critical pop up right here. This is the second one right here, and boom, you get some loot right here. You get gold plates and stuff like that. That's what I like to do. I'll go to map level 6, farm out everything, leave, and then go back in, or join a town and go back into resets, and that's what I like to do, right? So again, make sure you do all these things. Make sure you cap out on everything, do your dailies and everything, and by the time this resets or whatever, your entire map or whatever is reset. You lose all your progression, and you can buy all that stuff from the shop back if you want to, but whatever. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But there's also collections as well. Some people care about these. I personally don't care about them though, but if that's something you guys care about for collections, don't buy the 5,000 oil thing or whatever. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it if you want to farm for those. Now, I think some people said you can buy it. I'm not sure. Someone can correct me or whatever. But make sure the most important thing to do before reset on Operation Siren is to clear out your shops. So these things right here. 1 second. The most important things is to go to the shops and clear out everything. Host your hurry metas 2 times a day, and then join 3 times a day, and that you should be good to go. Also do your loggers as well. So like, we'll have some stuff to buy here. So buy your stuff. Also these in here, they give these give the stats I'm talking about. So if you see them in your inventory, storage, click this, use, and boom, 5 offense, right? Simple. Now make sure you have currency, buy out the shop, farm a lot of maps, etc. Clear out the shops. There's a fixed amount limit for the whole thing, so it doesn't really matter. And you should be good to go. So that is basically Operation Sirens. I know I missed a lot of things specifically about the game mode, but for the most part, it's very simple. You just go here to farm for gold plates. You go here to get gear upgrades and so forth. Very simple, right? Nothing too crazy. Also, hurry metas as well, which I'll talk about right now. Actually, you come here, you get hurry metas, and you get these things. Host 2 day, do 3 a day, and you get to go, right? So I believe that's everything. Fleet building, all that stuff I've talked about before, and I could talk about that in future, but I have other videos about that you guys can look at. That is basically it. Hopefully you guys got all that. It was a mouthful, and is definitely not quick and dirty. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, but I pretty much covered everything. Let me know if you have questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.